Welcome to a nice CDC game on Kharkov. After playing the Do Defender basically only as a premium tank for like a month, I got bored enough of it to whip out my CDC again. And some other premium tanks, and yeah, this is one of the games. I'm playing rather defensive at the beginning because I don't really want to die stupidly, and I don't want to push into here before knowing, at least to some degree, where for example maybe the ISU is or whatever. And so on. I see the Tiger 2 over there, and I'm feeling that he might move up, and if he does, I'm gonna get a side shot onto him. Then Leopard does the same thing, so I get a side shot into him. His position is obviously quite nice, because you can instantly drop down and get safe if you want to. Trying to see if I can spot, for example, the Tiger 2 right crossing. But I'm not able to, and then I see that Hellcat. So I decided to go for that. Don't quite have a good shot there, though. But there we go. And it's a stock Hellcat, which just gets absolutely murdered, basically. GG, good player. And that's that done. But I mean, score is 1-1 and we lost all the trades. Yeah. I'm gonna peek over here, see what's up, and even go for it. At this point, most of the trades are spotted. And I know that they have a lot of heavies. But then suddenly KV3 gets spotted over there. I can use the buildings to stay in cover from him for now. But he is really in a very annoying position. I decided that what I want to do is to get here and try and use this area to A, have cover if needed from like a Louver rushing into me, and B, maybe able to outplay the the KV3. Honestly, looking back at it, maybe that was quite stupid, I know. Like my play against the KV3 isn't the best, you're gonna see that, yeah. But anyway, maybe I would have been better going over there and going for that, trying to get shots on the Louver side. But, well, he goes for it. Finally get one in. Yeah, aim, shoot, yeah. And I can more or less use this, like I can't stay perfectly safe from both, but I can stay decently enough safe that it's quite okay. I don't want to actually destroy, like I could be destroying the cover, the soft cover the Louver was hiding behind, right, like that building or that thingy, but I don't think that's worth wasting shots at on one hand. It also destroys cover for me from the Louver, so I decide to try and out-snapshot him. He snapshots too, which means that I reload first, which means that I can completely go put one into him and then get safe. Which is always cool. But I'm still at 1000 HP and KV3 is still at 1.1k and he still 3-shots me in 20 seconds, so it's definitely really an issue to have him over there. Especially with this Louver in my side, which stops me from doing a lot of cool things. Like I'm really stuck here, right? And that's really not something I want to be. But I decided that I'm better off, instead of trying to peek aggressively against either of these guys right now, to really focus on conserving my HP and waiting for some point where I can hopefully get out. Maybe also these guys do something like one day. Although I keep trying to kind of outplay the KV3, I guess. Yeah, and he shits me. Yeah. Like I kind of expected this to go not as well as, well, basically how it did, right? I mean, in the end I ended up trading 2 for 1, but 2 for 1 against KV3 is really not as great as it sounds. What I'm really trying to do, right, is either get in snapshots like this, luckily, or to make him shoot snapshots which then miss. There, so I'm aiming away, so I aimed a bit longer, which would allow me in either way to get the advantage. I see that Louver is gone, so I'm strongly considering actually going for him. Like, at this point the KV3 is a 2-shot, right? Which means that I would take just another, well, I would take one more shot of damage, which would put me down to 390 myself. But I should be able to take him out. With the Louver gone, I decided I'm actually better off just going from behind. But sadly, he kind of sees that coming. But misses. So that helps out a lot. And I actually low roll until they on fire, so it's not like I low roll, so that's quite cool. But anyway, at this point, the score is 7-10. We have a super Pershing left. Okay, we don't. We have me left. We have a Hellcat left, a GW Panther left, and a LKV, right? And they have like an IS-3, a Louver, a Tiger 2, an A44, an M12, KV-85, and a Cromwell. And they probably have, what, 3-4 times their HP, like IS-3, Tiger 2, and Louver all have like 700 or something, or more even. A44 also has a bunch of HP if I'm not wrong. And they're already capping, so like, you know, for the even more fun. Is the carry possible? At this point in the game, I thought it was completely impossible and this game was over. I'm not spoiling whether I will carry or not. I will spoil that it gets close. But yeah, at this point in the game I actually thought it was more or less over. But I was like, I mean, let's go for the decaps, right? I rather farm the Cromwell and so on before dying to the Louver. TLDR was my thinking here. then died to the Löwe first. Löwe, IS-3, Tiger 2, whatever, pushing me, right? So I see the IS-3 is coming over there. Kind of worried about that. There was also the A44. I decided that the best way for me to play this, right, I'm a CDC, is to be using my gun depression. And maybe even mobility. And maybe also RT. Like, I figured maybe if the RT can get a shot into that I3 and so on. And yeah, this position is really nice because I'm able to go hold down and pre-med a corner, which I know the enemy is going to have to come around. And I can instantly fall back and I can keep peeking weirdly. Just like that. Alright. I snapshot him and he's a bad player so he doesn't hit me. Which means I can retrack him, put one more into him. Maybe even one more. I think I'm being over greedy here, to be honest. Like really borderline. But yeah, between me and the R2 I managed to take him out. Without taking any damage, so that's quite cool. Cromwell down. IS-3 down, but so is my last ally. I don't want to peek up, obviously, right? If I stand here... Oh, I may hit the ground, actually. But yeah, like I was considering going up, but obviously I want him to be the one coming over the ridgeline, since I have way more gun depression. But yeah, as you can see, I fucked that up more or less, but I still managed to dodge his shot by using some more ridgelines. I know I out-reload him, I make sure I hit my shot. One more down. They still have like around 4 or 5 times our HP or something, right? It's like one RT, which is a 1-shot to... Or maybe a 2-shot, and me who was a 1 or 2 shot. More likely a 2-shot against the enemy team. But okay. I'm gonna go up here now to try and maybe get some other spots, right? I'm really trying to just keep moving and keep getting different angles to some degree. Maybe I should have aimed at a split second more. He doesn't actually spot me, right? Like, I thought he would spot me without me shooting. He doesn't even spot me after I shot. So yeah, I could have definitely aimed at more, but I thought that I was going to be spotted and I just had like that one chance to get a shot at him. But okay, see, he misses, so I know I can put in one more. But yeah, not so great. But I decide, okay, I'm going to take this trade at this point and try and take him out. I know that was really a good decision, but it wasn't. It's never good to take a 1v1 trade against. Nah, it was kind of a bad decision. I don't even know why I did that. But anyway, I did. And the RT manages to save me again. Like, really good job to that RT, right? So it's still me and him. Someone's like, good job RT, and I'm like, what about me, Kappa? And I agree with good job to the RT. And okay, Tiger 2 still 1.1k HP. Holy fuck. Like, I mean, like, luckily the enemies I'm playing this game, like, that was quite a stupid peek by me too. I'm playing this, like, turret defense mode coming one by one into us. But, yeah, RT gets a nice shot into him, I think. Or at least a decent shot. The Tiger somehow misses. I get... Oh, I start farming him. He gets one shot into the RT, which actually high rolls, or was it G? So it takes it out, but I know I have just enough time, like I should be able to reload just before he reloads, even though he has a shotgun, especially considering I have coffee. Because he fired just before I fired, and my reload is that much better. Or at least that was my assumption. So that's the Tiger 2 down, leaving the Löwe and the M12, okay. Well, that sounds quite good, but I mean it's still very far from over, right? The entire time here, I'm a 1-shot, I have no armor, and while I have somehow been able to outplay the enemies using vision and gun depression and I don't even know what, it's not exactly Malinovka or Prokhorovka or even Mines or whatever, the kind of map where, you know, a fast-moving medium is really advantage in the endgame. I managed to outspot the RT though. I'm shooting APCR, which is kind of a waste. It's literally actually the worst ammo for this. But I managed to take out the RT. So that's quite cool. And now I know that I've got 1 minute of time. They probably have a decent idea of where I was, right? Like the RT is probably able to pinpoint where I shot from, or even though it was all my shells. So I obviously don't want to come from this area. And I'm like at this point I'm thinking, okay, where do I want to come from, right? I know where the Löwe is. Like that's my big advantage. I know that he was standing in the back of the cap, and I don't expect him. I'm actually gonna leave it running. But yeah, I don't expect him to move. So I'm trying to use these bushes for now to see if I can like get a spot on him or something. But it seems obvious that he's standing behind that. And for a second I considered just going in from behind. Did I actually do that? Yeah, I figure that he's still going to be aiming the same way, and I can come, put in a shot, get in the decap, and just get out. Maybe I should have even fired a Chi there, but against the Löwe, to be honest, I actually don't think so. Because the chance of doing 0 damage with the Chi is actually quite high. Okay, so now that I've got the decap gone, I've got actually 1 minute 30 to think about this and you know, decide where I want to come from. And in the end, I think on this map, considering I'm a CDC, my best chance, or the best thing for me to do is actually going to be to come from this side. There are multiple little, you know, angles here, here, here. I can try and peek by being hold down on the outer side. And then peek and see. And if the enemy, like if the Löwe is looking at me, I can just take my time and shoot him. And if he's looking at me, I'm instant back behind a ridgeline. And All he ever sees is a tiny bit of my turret. So that's what I decided to do, and in the worst case, if I don't manage to see him from anywhere here, I can then probably just peek up here and surprise him in the side, because it's like one of the least likely positions for me to come from. I go really far around, and I know I probably wouldn't have to, right? Or even, I'm probably quite sure I don't have to, but I'd rather be safe. There's no reason to like throw away this carry at this point when I'm at 5k damage while being a one-shot half the game on Kharkov and so on. So I see this is going to be the first angle where I might spot the cap. I go slowly forwards. Right. Slowing down first so my aim circle shrinks. Go forwards. I notice that he's not aiming at me, so I take all the time in the world to aim until he starts actually getting close to pointing his turret at me. Shoot, take him out. That's that. Whew. Okay, let's have a look at the post-game stats. So I got a not so surprising ace tanker. I got an also, I will say so, not so surprising defender, high caliber, and obviously the top gun. I ended up doing 5k damage with 7 kills, giving in total 1766 raw XP, which is quite damn high, I think. I can say that. With exactly 100k base defense points, 5 kilometers traveled on a fucking Kharkov, and 25 out of my 38 shots penning. I ended up making 143,000 raw credits without any bonuses whatsoever except for premium account, out of which a buttload went for ammo and coffee, but still made me do 56,000 credits. And I did shoot a bunch of APCR towards the end of the game because I wanted to secure that carry. And yeah, I got a nice 2,900 XP win with that. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to support me and be awesome. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye bye everyone. Gang is here.